Okay, these are the things that I need. Someone who can set me up a program. I've asked 100 times. There's already a program out here online. I'm going to share this program and show you what I would like to do. And the program is a value word calculator, and it's right over here. If I can get this to focus. Okay, it shows you A1, B2, Z5, and now I can switch that. There's different operations that I can create over here. Recursive reduction, multiplication of a word, right? Where it takes the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it either adds the word up or it multiplies the numbers. Um, at the same time, you can switch these numbers to where A can be 0 and Z can be 26, because in most of the work I've done, it seems like in the nine sets of numbers, usually have the 5 number in the middle, but it's only one area. And the 1 usually represents the A, so I count it as the 0 area. And because of the shape of the A, it shows you that the A takes up 2 sides and a point. But also at the same time, since there's a crossover that's not finished in the X can actually mean the 0 value point, and the X can also mean the 5 value point. Forget about all of this. I just want to go on to one word, and that is the word 8. Inside the word 8, okay, you can have bait. You can have a date. From bait to date. Did you jailfish your bait? Right? Bait, date, gate, and fate. Hate, kite, right? Eight, kite, might, right? Mate and late, rate and wait. So these are just numeric words that can show up when you use the numeric value for 8. At the same time, okay, there are switches because of the alphabet switch, where the 8 and the 9 are the same letter, where the 8 and the 9 are the same letter. Now I have to take this camera down for a second, right? Because the 8 and the ninth letter, okay, design is H and I, and this is only in one numeric fashion, right? In where the Z 26 and the N 14 will create 8, and 5 will create 8 and 9. Since 5 lives in 9 and 9 connects to 8 because of the shape, and 5 connects to 8 because of the shape, all these come together and it says Heinz 48 57. The total of Heinz 57. 8 and 5, 13, 9 and 8, 17. You have 13 or 3, okay, which is MC. And you have 8 and 9 because of the addition of 8 and 5, right? And the subtraction. The addition and the subtraction creates 17 and 1 or 8 and 1. And if you take a look at the keyboard over here, you'll have 1 in between 8, which is the 5 position. The total is 9. So everybody goes through the heart. And the passing of the heart has to be something. An area space from before to during, and then going through the area, right? If you're going through a booklet, there's more than one page. Well, we count this as how many pages. Next I want to get on to is where P flipped upside down is a B. Flipped upside down, if we add this onto it, it becomes the Q. Accent aigu. If we put it the other way, right, it becomes, are we doing it this way, or is a 9 and a G just as good this way? And it shows angle, right, where the G shows this way and actually the Q will show this way. So you flip it, you have all these letters. Now what am I getting to? Where 2 and 5, you flip these, you get 2 and 5. If I just create the half circle and the L, I add the L onto the C, I become with the 9 over here. And the small l, right, onto the C will create the 9 over here. So these are the realities that we live with. And why I talk about this is because in a world of unknown, of everything is codes, our body sees this, our minds see this, not our bodies, but our bodies carry the mind, and it sees these things. It's telling us an alternate story in a world nobody really cares other than having food on the plate, and having a good family. Where A equals 0, Z equals 25, it moves the whole alphabet in different order. And where this comes into the effect is where on your telephone, right, BCD starts as number 2, right, where there is no A. Number 1, right, excuse me, this is wrong, where A, B, C, okay, is on the 2 key of the telephone. 2 key of the telephone holds A, B, C. Let me just take this off over here. And that's it. ABC starts at number 2. Now the question is ABC times 2? I don't know why I even put that black there. But ABC plus 2 or ABC times 2. So if this is the first letter, second letter, or third letter, or if this is 0 letter, 1 letter, 2 letter, right? If we're starting this at 0, this would be 1 and this would be 2. So the BC world before the Christ would be the 1, 2 world. Now if we revert back to going to where 1 and 2 equals to the letter L. The letter L in Roman numerals equals to 50, and 50 is a representation normally of half, where 0 as A, right? Because A has no value, and the number 1 actually has no letters. And the A, if A was starting as the 0 value, A would have no letters. Now, in my relationship with numbers, I like to, for some reason, call 0 equals 6. So that would be F. Now, if you take that into effect, we actually have a result because the 1 is the opposite of 6, and it will always show inside the 6 because it's right here in the center. So wherever this is actually going to go next in the scientific matter, that is something to be in the future. Now, when we get 2 and 5, right, we have to understand that in 5, there are 4 surrounding it, and where this area and this area on a dice cube is 2, where the 1 that's in the center is your 3, and where you put it all together and it creates the relationship of 5, right? Now, if you have 1, 5, and 9, you can also have 1, 5, and 6. You can also have 1, 2, and 6. You can also have 1, 2, and 9. And why you can have all these? Because 2 flips into 5, 9 flips into 6. Now, if you really want to look at something really crazy, once you have number 1 in there, you split the 5 in half, and you end up with 9 and 6. If you took the 2 and split it in half, you just have 2 backwards letters, unless you flipped it upside down. You flipped it upside down like that, and then you would have back to the same result, up, over, and flip. So you follow? Since the 9 is the birth, and 6 is the passage through, where 1 and 2, where 1 is always added to everything. 1 is an additive because 1 is in the center of everything. 1 is in the center of all. 1, what is below and what is above. 1 and 2 equals to a total of 3. And they'll always go together. 1, 2, 3, before and after, in the front and the back. What happened before, what is the result after, what is the in-between. So it's always basically 1, 2, 3. 1 and 2 go together. 1 is in the center of all. If there was nothing else, there would be no 1 at all. The second part of this video, very quick. If we wanted to divide 52 weeks, we'd actually have to say if we have a whole 52, we'd actually need 54. We need 52 in between the beginning and the end of the last year or the last week from last year, and the first week of next year, leaving us 52 weeks in between. Earth 52, 54 for the sun, the passage of time. 26 and 26, 25 and 27, 24 and 28, 23 and 29, 22 and 30, 21 and 31. 7 times 3, 7 plus 3 equals 31 and 11. 3 and 4, the DC world. 4 and 3, the DC world. 5 and 2, Earth. 6 and 1, I like to call it the half-life because it's in the center of everything. 7 and 9, the gateway to the birth. 88. Separation of the sky system. Infinity, infinity. Would we call it the flower, a life I do not know what to call it. We can call it what you want. Area spaces. So anyways, this is basically the video of just saying, no, we're going to do one more thing where we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, okay? Where we have before 1 is the half. You know, you take one step and then the next step in, and then one step and the next step in. So actually, when you're stepping over to F, right, if you have 2 feet, you have to move. You're not hopping. If you were a bunny rabbit, you'd be hopping, and you'd always hop over a space. One, hop over a space, land, hop over a space, land. So there's always area space in between when you're walking. So 1, 2, 3, all the way to 6 would actually be 1 space is 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3, 3.5, 4, 4.5, 5, 5.5, 6, 6.5. The halfway in, the halfway out, the 6 that are there. So the 6 that are originally there. Then you have space 1, space 2, space 3, space 4. 4 spaces. 1 space, 2 spaces, sorry, there's a space over here. So there's 5 spaces, plus the one before, the one after is a total of 7 spaces. The spirit of 76, 5, 6, and 7 equals 21. 1 times 6, 1 plus 6, the number we used, equals 6 and 7. Anyways, there's a whole lot of things we can do. The last part about this, what I wanted to speak about was, God, don't remember what it was. I'm thinking. If you add all 6 together, it equals to 21, right? The reality of this is there's 4 around, right? And 1 upside down. So you'll have 14 around, equaling to N, 7 upside down, equaling to a total of G, and the total is 21, equaling to the letter of U. U and G, G and U, gun. This will be 3, this will be 5, this will be 7, C, E, G. Raphael, creation of General Electric, moon creation, altered current. That's right, the 3 and the 5, right? The 3 and the 5 is the creation, the energy creation inside the gateway of the moon. That's what it ends up telling me. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. Thank you for watching this video.